if Georgian Dream wins the election, continuation of our work as an LGBT organization would be impossible.
This regime basically is basing their election campaign on scaring people into voting for them.
Georgian Dream remains into power. This future of this country is so uncertain. Where we'll go, we will be isolated for sure. The current political and democratic situation in Georgia is quite novel on so many reasons. Now, this is the first pre-election period in Georgia when ruling party actually announces openly the autocracy. Tyranny actually, because they are the main promise from the ruling party is that they will abolish all the key opposition parties, declare them unconstitutional. I'm Guram Imnadze, lawyer, human rights activist. I represent Social Justice Center. Our organization is working on democracy, human rights, equality, social challenges, social issues, etc. This new law, we call it Russian law. Officially, it is not banning any organization. It is not requesting to shut down any organization. Obviously, the problem is that this law shrinks all the spaces we are operating in. This law, for example, we are using different tools. We are using advocacy, legal aid. We are using research, etc. All these tools will be endangered with this law, definitely, because, for example, when you have the status of foreign agent, it will not be possible to advocate for judicial reform, for example, or to increase accountability of police or state security service. Right, because it will be framed that you are acting based on foreign threats. You have your own agenda, and you don't have to interfere into the national issues. Propaganda is, I would say, one of the strongest tools for the government, and they are using propaganda quite actively. It's half a joke that the only thing in this country is perfectly working. It's propaganda. Nothing is working perfectly besides propaganda, and they are targeting with propaganda particular groups. They know what kind of propagandic narratives should be targeted towards particular groups. For example, sometimes they are using this kind of war and peace narratives, that they are the only guarantors of the peace in the country, that some global war party is trying to drag Georgia into war against Russia. and this global war party has influence over the European institutions, over US politicians, and of course, obviously, global war party has its representatives might be in Georgian politics.
თლისին აღედგინა სახელმწიფოებრივი დამოუკიდებლობა. 2012 წლებში ჩვენ გამოვიარეთ უმძიმესი წლები, როდესაც ქვეყანას არა ხალხის მიერ არჩეული ხელისუფლება, არამედ გარედან დანიშნული რევოლუციური კომიტეტი, უცხოური აგენტურა მართავდა. Omar დამოუკიდებელ, თავისუფალ, სუვერენულ და ერთიან საქართველოს.
Well, it is quite clear that apart from acting on behalf of his personal interest, the oligarchic interest, and what he has realized, his party is called Georgian Dream, but it's clearly oligarch's dream, to have a private country, because Ivanishvili treats Georgia as if he has privatized this little country. But apart from them, he's clearly acting on behalf of the Russian interest, which isolates Georgia, if he succeeds, isolates Georgia for good from the rest of the Western world, and basically ensures Russian influence in the South Caucasus. Now they are not even bothering with making up new false promises. The promises is, for instance, to ban same-sex marriages. We never had same-sex marriages. Their promise is to save Georgia's conservative traditions, which are apparently under the assault from the European and other institutions, and most importantly, to keep peace, because unless they stay in power, Georgia would be plunged into the war. This gives you and apparently this is the master plan somewhere elaborated in some mysterious headquarters of what they call the Global War Party. There are already signs that these elections already are not free and fair. The atmosphere of intimidation, attacks on non-governmental organizations, the watchdogs, the anti-corruption organizations, on media representatives, on the opposition, suggests that the election day might not also be completely free of incidents.
იმისა რომ დავუშვათ რაც მაშინ გამოვიარეთ იმის რისკი რომ კიდე ის სიტუაცია იყოს ომი იყოს და აქ ჩამოგვასახლეს და კიდეც გესად მეგობრად გადაგვასახლო ნაკლებია.
ანუ ომის საშიშრობას ვერ ხედავთ ამას ამბობ, ხო?
ვერა, ყოველ შემთხვევაში ხალხი აი ისეთი საფრთხის ქვეშ რო აი რაღაცა ხვალ რაღაცა ცუდი იქნება, რაღაცა ომის მოლოდინი დაძაბულობა არ არის ამ ეტაპზე.
They're satisfied that there is a peace in the country and they don't see any fear of future war, so they cannot imagine becoming refugee one more time. And they think that with this government, yeah, it's good that country there is peace in the country. They say that if the opposition won the elections, the risk, not that Russia would invade Georgia next day, but the risk of future war would be bigger.
I'm Mikhail Mefarishvili, project manager at Quality Movement. I joined the Quality Movement in 2018 as a communications manager, but now I'm project manager and also working in the direction of strategic communications. It's quite frequent when LGBT community members are attacked by individuals and they need the protection from police, and in communication with police we help them, like our lawyer.
Bills could outlaw pride events and public displays of pride flags, and includes bans on the, quote, propaganda of same-sex relationships. Activists.
The official name of the law is the protection of children against LGBT propaganda and incest, so they equalizing so incest and LGBT rights. So it's the aim of this law is that also restricts LGBT community and especially equality movement to organize any meeting, maybe in the office or outside in the office. So the parliament, the Georgian Dream says that they are not against of defending rights of LGBT people. They are opposing propaganda, but propaganda is a very vague term. It's very difficult. It's broad notion, and everything could be considered and labeled as propaganda. Even together meeting in the nature, for example, far from the urban settlement, The reason we closed the office in this situation that our lawyer was contacted by her acquaintance, maybe neighbor or someone who lived close to her house. And this person is connected to Georgian Dream. And so he asked our lawyer, where is your office? Tell me your address. And when she asked that I'm going to visit us as a beneficiary, so he didn't respond. So we consider this as some kind of indirect threat, not an immediate, but indirect. Because our address is visible on our web page, on Google searching system, it's very easy to find. So if they wanted to visit us, so they could find independently actually. But I think they wanted to frighten us, and so we prefer to close the office.
დღეს 26 ოქტომბერს საქართველოს მოქალაქეები კიდევ ერთხელ იღებენ მონაწილეობას საპარლამენტო არჩევნებში. ეს დიდ გავლენას მოახდენს ჩვენი ქვეყნის მომავალზე. საარჩევნო უბნები უკვე გაიხსნა და ჩვენი მოქალაქეები ხმის მიცემის უფლების ასრულებას 20:00 საათამდე შეძლებენ.
შესასვლელთან ადამიანებს ხელჩართული
this gang of men are paying people. They are mostly gathered near polling stations, and they are paying people some money to buy their votes.
Persuansos, ეს საჭმელებია? ეს არის საჭმელები? არა, მე ვარ საჭმელია.
And we had some huge fights in regions like Marneuli.
Hazırda Gürcü ile Vahid Milliyetçi Partisi üzvlərinin arasında qarşıdurma var.
Observers from ruling party tried to push the envelopes in the polling box, so it was followed with argument, and after some time the polling station was completely shut down.
It's a crucial day for Georgian democracy, Georgian society, society in this country, and some of our employees were part of the observer missions in different organizations. We were monitoring from the office. The thing is that still the results aren't official, final, and we are still waiting final results. But hopefully it will be positive results, as the exit polls are showing by the independent outlets, not controlled by the government. They are showing that government ruling party Georgian Dream lost parliamentary majority. It means that they have to go to the opposition. It's still early to say, but mostly I'm predicting that most neutral observer organizations will say that this election was especially aggressive.
პირველი ოფიციალური შედეგები ქართულ ოცნებას ხმების 53 იქ უმრავლესობით აძლევს.
Our corrupt government stole these elections, and today we woke up in a country where this civilized way of changing governments are cancelled. So what we can do now is to protest. Georgian people, I think that every Georgian people feel the need to come out in the streets I don't know when it will happen, today, tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow, but it will happen. Because these hundreds of thousands of people we were here this spring and summer, they are still in the country, so they can hear anytime.
და ჩვენ დავესწარით ძალიან უჩვეულო რამ ეს იყო ტოტალური გაყალბება, ტოტალური წართმევა თქვენი ხმების, გამოყენება ყველა იმ ხერხების, რაც გვინახავს სხვადასხვა ქვეყნებში თუ ამ ქვეყანაში, რაც შეიძლება გამოიყენო, რომ გააყალბო არჩევნები.
So it's frustrating for me personally because really when you expect another thing and receive another one, so it's very difficult to cope. But still, we don't have such kind of luxury of to be saddened with these results, and I believe that we can go on and to do what we can in these circumstances, in this. To use all the possibilities we have.
ერთად მინდა ყველას გითხრათ და მოგიწვიოთ ხვალ საღამოს 7 საათზე რუსთაველზე იმისთვის რომ ჩვენ ერთად ვთქვათ გამოუცხადოთ მსოფლიოს და ჩვენ ერთად ჩვენ ერთმანეთსაც გამოუცხადოთ რომ ჩვენ არ ვაღიარებთ ამ არჩევნებს ჩვენ ვიცავთ ჩვენ კონსტიტუციურ უფლებას, რომ მშვიდობიანად დავიცვათ ყოველი ხმა, მაგრამ რაც მთავარი არის, ჩვენი მომავალი და
because they are trying to steal my country, and I think that we all must stand here. That's the main reason why I am here, why these people are here. We will fix this problem in democratic way, because we can fight with our words. The government is waiting that we will start fight with our hands, but no. We are not so bloody as they are, so our voice is more important than their power and their hands.
And people want democratic changes, and people want Europe, and we need support, any kind of support. If we Georgian people defend our country first, so we have to do our own job, and then we expect support from the Western countries, of course.
Of course, these votes these days are very important to the future of this country, but of all this area and all Europe, because of not only geopolitical meaning, but also for a cultural, more politic meaning that, of course, involves the influence of Putin and of Russia in this area of the world.
ვალდებულები ვართ ამ ბრძოლას სწრაფად ერთადერთ რამეზე დაველაპარაკებით ამ ხელისუფლებას. Not